Good evening, I'm Lauren Motter.
I'm Brian Mudd. The numbers of new cases and deaths due to the coronavirus have been grim for several weeks, but help is on the way in the form of a drug treatment and a statewide effort to get that drug where it needs to go. The governor in town to talk about it today, and KAMC Matthew Stell was there.
Yeah, Brian and Lauren, the governor is saying the cavalry is coming, and that is very much good news for people who may come down with coronavirus, especially those who are most vulnerable among us.
The first medical treatment that has been made for COVID-19 has now arrived.
And it's come in the form of an antibody therapeutic treatment. Governor Abbott traveling to Lubbock Thursday, where the drug is first being distributed in Texas.
We have set up auxiliary medical units with bed capacities at Covenant Hospital, at the University Medical Center. The future number of people going to hospitals should be on the decline going forward.
The infusion-based treatment produced by Eli Lilly is administered through what's similar to a standard IV.
It's very, very promising, but it's not magical. It still has to be given to the right group of people.
Those would be 65 and older in the early stages of COVID.
If you don't have COVID, you wouldn't qualify. If you're late stage in having COVID, you wouldn't qualify. Anybody in a nursing home who gets COVID and is in the early stage of it, they will have access to this therapeutic drug.
And while it's promising, officials say it's no excuse to let our guards down.
Just because we are going to see these pharmaceuticals and therapeutics come out that are going to make it better does not mean we should be reckless in our behavior.
I can see the light at the end of the tunnel on that. I'm excited about that. But in the meantime, John Zarwas is going to be wearing this mask.
The governor echoing those thoughts, but affirming yet again that Texas will stay open.
Statewide, we're not going to have another shutdown. Shutdowns will not lead to the positive results that some people think.
But telling us that things should start to get much better thanks to this groundbreaking antibody.
The goal is to give it to them at such an early date that it will keep them out of hospitals. And that will be one of the strategies used to make sure that we are able to reduce hospitalizations, whether it be in Lubbock or any place in the state of Texas.
We're told both UMC and Covenant have gotten their needed doses of the drug tonight. They expect to start treatments by the weekend. Lauren?
Matthew, thank you. And